What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Super Bowl Sunday edition of Morning Scone, presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. In baseball parlance, they would call this a getaway day. Our final morning here in San Fran. About to head to the airport in a few. And we'll be touching down in New Orleans around, hang on, right around 5 o'clock. So, turn down that TV a little bit. All right. We will be touching down in NOLA around 5 o'clock Central. And then, obviously, we will have, hopefully, no trouble getting our bags, getting in the car, and if there are any police officers who might want to give the Scone family an escort from New Orleans to Baton Rouge, that'd be great. But if not, no worries. We'll go just below the speed limit. We'll be very responsible drivers, 2 hands on the wheel at all times, obeying all the traffic laws. Because I always obey all the traffic laws. Right, Eric?
You're the angriest driver ever.
All right, LSU basketball got a win yesterday. It's great. We were on a boat tour of San Francisco Bay around sunset, so did not see a minute of the game, but excited that they won. It's 2 in a row for the basketball Tigers. Got to get those. You got to start stockpiling those wins, man. Get them at home, especially. So that's great news. And Super Bowl 56 today. I like the Bengals to win it. A little buyer's remorse on that pick. The more I think about the Rams' defensive front, but I think KC had a really good defensive front too, and the Bengals had a good plan there. There's too many weapons, man. Too many weapons. So we'll see. All right. Say some good mornings here. Short show, by the way. So we got our ride at 8 Pacific. So here in about a little more than 20 minutes, our ride should be here. So we may have to just do a little short show here. But all right, Deborah Coward, good morning. Charlie Cavell, Larry Freeman, Debbie Jenkins, Ryan Amanda Guidry, good morning. Patrick Cason, good morning. Hope you guys enjoyed San Fran and Napa. We did. Had a great trip. Yesterday was great. We went to Sausalito for lunch, which I could totally retire in Sausalito. I'll need to save a few more dollars to do that. But Sausalito is gorgeous. If you ever make it this way, if you've never been, I would highly recommend at least spending part of a day to get over there and see that side of the bay and that little town. Really cool. Sausalito was great. And then we came back and we did the Sunset Bay cruise. If you're following me on Instagram, I tagged the people who the boat was called Wine Therapy. I think it's San Francisco Bay Sunset Cruise, boat cruise. I forget exactly what, but anyway, that was great. Then we had dinner at Scoma's, which is was the best meal I had since we were here. So
I don't think so. It's so weird you think that.
Oh, that was the best meal I had. What do you think was the best?
I don't know, but that place I didn't get the vibe there. Okay.
The food was awesome.
Yeah.
My food was fantastic. What was your favorite meal?
I don't know. I liked that both a lot. Even though my lobster was little. I'm all about the vibe of the place. You can have the best food ever, but if it's a bad vibe, I'm like, man. If it's a good vibe, but not so good food, I'd rather that, I guess. I don't care about food. I guess if you really care about if food's good or not. I don't care. So that's probably the difference.
Larry Freeman, David Coslin, good morning. Charlie Cavell, did y'all take part in one of the flash mobs and break in the store? We did not. No flash mobs. We didn't even see any flash mobs. Dale Broussard, did you rent bikes and ride over the bridge to Sausalito? No, we didn't, Dale. While I very much appreciate the suggestion, you have to know who my wife is.
Not quite a biker. Not a biker chick.
She doesn't like to sweat. She doesn't like for her hair to be out of place. There was no. We had a better chance, honestly, of going to Alcatraz than we did of putting Erica's ass on a bike to bike over the Golden Gate Bridge to Sausalito. Is that a fair statement?
Mm-hmm.
No doubt. We had a better chance putting her on a ferry, going to Alcatraz, and touring the shutdown prison than we did of putting her on a bike. Dale, I would have done it. That sounds fantastic. Like, I would have loved to do it. Actually, to be honest, no. Well, okay, not on vacation. You know, if I like that sounds like a great workout. You know, I'd love to do something like that. But there were a lot of bikers too. But probably not on
The driver
vacation.
had the window down. It was driving me crazy. He's
Yeah.
blowing my hair.
Charlie Gale, good morning. Jason Austin, got to hand it to you. You've been telling us the LSU team would be okay once Pinson got healthy. What a difference he makes.
The general came back. General's back in charge of his army again.
Well, Jason, here's the thing. Like, even still, even without Pinson, they had no business losing to Ole Miss and Vanderbilt. Even without Pinson, they had no business losing those games. And again, I didn't see a minute of the game last night, so I can't comment on what happened or transpired. But there's a very obvious point that makes sense, which is when Pinson was in the lineup, he facilitated your offense. It also allowed Gaines to come off the bench and be sort of a defensive energy stopper off the bench. And it also allowed Eason to come off the bench. And so in the second rotation, you had your best player and a really elite defender. Well, when Pinson went out, Gaines became the starter. The offense was slow, so then they moved Eason into the starting lineup as well to try to generate offense. And if it didn't click early, your second rotation, you didn't have your best player coming in. So a lot of that makes sense. But there was still no business losing to Ole Miss or Vandy. Blaine Smith, good morning. Bengals win if. Bengals win if.
Joe Burrow attends the game.
Good job, Eric.
Why are we down Burrow? I don't understand. I tell you every time, he's going to do it.
They did lose 7 games this year.
But that's because it wasn't like his time. Now it's like his time.
Now it's his time. Yeah, Blaine, I'll say Bengals win if they establish the run. I think if they're able to control the line of scrimmage, and it frees up Burrow and some one-on-ones on the outside, I think. But I would say the same thing for the Rams. I really think whichever team's able to establish the run makes their passing game even more dynamic, dangerous. Jason Austin, safe travels back home. Thank you, man. Charlie Cavell didn't go to the Rock. We did not go to the Rock, but we did last night on the Bay cruise. Went right by. So they started us at the pier, went to the Golden Gate Bridge, went all the way around. We went all the way around Alcatraz. I mean, we were right up on it around Alcatraz. Then went up to like the port of San Francisco, and then back to the dock. About an hour and a half tour around the Bay. Really good night. Lenny Moss, better chance at getting her to eat hoghead cheese with Pepsi than to bike across the bridge.
100%.
No doubt. No doubt. Do you like hoghead cheese?
No, but I'd eat that. A funnel of Pepsi before I ride a bike across the bridge. First of all, I don't trust the other. I'm going to get hit by a car.
I know.
I mean, first of all, there's a lot of things that are wrong with that.
I know. Ryan Pike, Bengals +4, sprinkle the money line, right? Ryan, if you want to take the Bengals plus the 4.5, go right ahead. I think they win outright. So I've made a money line play on the Bengals. Like, I think they're going to win the game. So I'm riding with Bengals on the money line. Bubba Tatum, good morning. Or morning me, since I seem to be the only person here. hey, Bubba. It's building. YouTube takes a second to build. Randall Offrecht, good morning. Put 200 on the Bengals money line. Joey B finishing the job today. All right. Ryan Pike, Cliff Nelson, good morning. Hashtag Team Drew, hashtag Team Anniversary.
Oh.
Aw. Trivia Carter, good morning. Nicholas Cantrell, James Fortenberry, USMC Mike, what's up? How cold is San Francisco, Scone? How cold is it here, Erica?
They're having a heat wave. We packed totally wrong.
Okay,
we don't need to go. They've heard this every day. We don't need to go through this again. I asked Matt to pack a lot of warm weather stuff, cold weather stuff, and it's hot here. Okay, that's in a nutshell. That's all it is.
Carly Cat, LSU with a must-win victory versus State last night. LSU baseball scrimmage, fan day. Oh, by the way, how about this little nugget? I was texted yesterday from someone who would know. It looks like Blake Money is the front runner to be the opening night starter. How about that, Blake Money? File that one away. I've assumed all along, they were going to get. Well, they were giving Devin Fontenot the chance to be the starter, but I've assumed. Let me rephrase. It was expressed to me a while back that it looked like the way the rotation would go would be Fontenot, Coleman, Floyd, and then obviously subject to change depending on how guys performed or whatever. But Blake Money apparently is really starting to perform well. Ooh, I just got a text message. I wonder if that's the car. Hang on.
I gotta walk through there. Can you turn the camera a little bit?
Wait, I gotta see if this is the car. Yep.
We're not ready, so can you just turn the camera? She can wash my hands.
Well, I gotta text this guy and tell him we're.
Oh, we said 8 o'clock. It's 7:40. We're not early people.
We're not early people. We're late people. Tina Stubbs, Jason Bethurn, over under 48. I am surprised the total is that low. If I were going to play it, which I'm probably not, Jason, if I was going to play it, I'd probably play like the first quarter or first half under, because I think in the Super Bowl it tends to start slow, and then I do think it'll pick up. But anyway, Mark Allen, can you drop a link to watch restaurants you went to on the trip? To which restaurants? Yeah.
I'm going back to, is it turned still?
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
Did you see me?
No.
Okay, is it turned?
Yes.
Okay.
Looking at a wall.
You saw me?
No.
Why are you laughing?
Just because you look foolish walking that way.
Well,
Erica, the car is here.
Matt, we said 8 o'clock.
It's 18
Our
minutes.
flight is 10:45. We're going to be way early again and be sitting there for hours and hours.
You don't look like you're almost ready.
I'm almost ready.
No.
Like, we're so early this trip, I just don't get all the earliness needed. It's not needed. Our earliness is not needed. We're going to be so early. Again.
You do that to prevent against the what ifs. What if there's a wreck? What if there's a long line? What if so you're not late?
Okay.
And miss your flight. You want that? You want to miss your flight?
Hell no.
Right. So you're ready. Jeremiah Hardell, good morning. Cliff Nelson, announcers made a comment. Starting fly was on the floor, is undefeated this season. Well, they have Pinson against Auburn. That can't be right. Because that starting five played against Auburn, unless they change it up against Auburn. I have to go back and check. I'm not sure that's right, Cliff. Interesting, though. Did they? That's interesting. I need to go check that. I wonder if they did change the starting lineup against Auburn. Huh.
Did you wish everyone a happy pre-Valentine's Day Eve?
No.
Happy Valentine's Day Eve, everybody.
I got news for you, Coach.
What?
There ain't nothing coming on Valentine's Day, Coach. By the way, you just got your extra Valentine's present yesterday in Sausalito with your Italiano designer glasses. Was that the guy? Very good. Cannot tell difference. Whatever that guy was saying. Erica tried on every pair of glasses in the store.
I have no idea what he was saying.
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
speak English. I don't know what you're trying to tell me. I felt bad. He said they almost had to close down because of the pandemic. Nobody comes in the shop anymore. I felt so bad for him. I was buying very long ones. But
Who was buying a pair of
I mean, you were right.
Joseph Armato, good morning. Tazzer Johnson, why did Pete Carmichael step down as OC? Hey, man, I think Dennis Allen has the right to hire whoever he wants, man. Who do you prefer as DC? I'd probably promote one of the two guys on staff with Nielsen or Richard. Let's see. Oops. I've never had hoghead. Murder giraffe. I've never had hoghead cheese, but it sure as hell doesn't sound very appealing.
No, it doesn't, but it's better than riding a bike across that bridge.
All right, James Fordenberry. You're Fansayad. Good morning. Matt is a dad. He needs to be at the airport 3 hours early. No, I don't need to be there 3 hours early, but
Just
I'm.
about.
Blake Money lost 40 pounds. I saw that. It's crazy. Doesn't even look the same. Glenn Garner, good morning. If Mixon gets going tonight, the Bengals win big. Can't stand the Rams. Paulo Balboa, Matt Moore, LSU talent on the Rams that played all their time at LSU. Why isn't there the Bengals or the LSU fan base? Because of Burrow. I mean, that makes sense, right? People enthralled with the quarterback. Because he had a historic season at LSU, and it's the greatest player LSU ever had. And that's kind of an easy one, right? Let's see. Oh, Murray was hurt against Auburn, so Murray didn't start against Auburn. Okay. Nola Jag, good morning. Reports today say Bieniemy's future is uncertain with the Chiefs. Believe he's only interviewed with the Saints, Broncos. Maybe the stars are aligning for him to be OC. That'd be awesome. Love that. Merrick Bethard Valentine's is overrated. I agree, Merrick.
Oh.
John Troxler, good morning. Jerry DeLucky, good morning. Tina Stubbs, Isaac Landry, good morning, y'all. All right, we got to bounce because our car is already downstairs, and so
I'm not ready.
I get it, but we'll also have to call the bellman to come get all of our bags. All right. Happy Super Bowl Sunday, everybody. Say a prayer for us for safe travels, if you would. We'd appreciate it. And we will see y'all tomorrow morning.
Well, they won't see me for a long time.
For Morning Scone back at the homestead on a regular old day, getting Drew ready for school and all
It'll
that
be like
stuff.
third hour tomorrow at this time. It'll be third hour.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It was going to be third hour. All right, y'all. Have an awesome day. We'll see you. Peace.